10 hours ago, 80,000 dead. Ground zero was the Euronext exchange.
How's it feel?
You think I wanted this? You OGA guys are even more fucked up than I'd heard you were. I'm trying to stop this from happening in New York.
Who do you think did it, Sergeant?
The PLR and Solomon.
Well, the blast yield matches Russian suitcase nuke specs. We put Dima in country at the same time. Do you know how that looks?
Dima was trying to stop it. The Paris nuke must have been one of the missing ones.
Bullshit. Then what? Didn't you still let it happen?
Sergeant, go back in time to the bank. You said the Paris nuke links to the bank.
Can't be, Dima. Can't be.
I am waiting.
I sent out a distress call. Anvil 3, part of Charlie Company First Tax. They came to get us. Miller came to get us.
Miller, put the dinosaur down. It's go time. Miller, stop and pull one out. It'll be all right, Miller. Mark humanity 33. Come back down for the birthday.
Copy, Anvil Actual. Advancing to LOD and report. Out. Solid copy, Anvil Actual. Miller, stay in your lane. Holy shit, Robo, no! Okay, we're Redcon 1.
Anvil 3-1 and 3-3. Any visual yet? Report. Out.
Negative, nothing yet. Okay, everyone can see ahead of us from here on is enemy.
Hello everyone, and welcome to our Battlefield 3 Let's Play. Today we're going to be playing on Thunder Run. As you guys can see, we got some Abrams tanks, explosions, machine gun fire, and in the middle of a god-forsaken desert. This should be one great time. Might slow down just a little bit and let some of our tanks catch up. We were kind of in the lead, and it's kind of nice to have some backup just in case we kind of get into a sticky situation. There is quite a bit of dust that's forming there. Ooh, we actually got some enemy tanks, it looks like, right to our right-hand side. I might stick kind of close to our buddy here, though, just so that we can kind of use him as a shield, basically. Taking a few hits, but nothing too crazy just yet. Obviously, we're getting focused by the AI just a little bit here. Kind of fire back up a little bit. You know, we don't need to be right next to these guys by any means. Got two left. Get that one up in the front here. He actually took looked like a shot already from our friendly tank. That guy exposed his rear, and this should be the kill shot right here.
Fucking A, Miller. Anvil 3-1, we're picking up enemy heat sigs on the thermal imaging. Hold out? I don't know. Miller, switch to thermal view. Shift left.
Alright, so we got our thermal up right now. See a little bit of movement in the distance, but really, they're not really highlighting just yet. They're still a little bit of distance out. I think we got a nice shot right on the turret there. That was unfortunately a miss. This guy really booking it.
2 T-72s engaged and destroyed.
Nice work, 3-4.
Anvil 6-6, this is Anvil 3-4. All enemy armor destroyed. Continuing with
copy, 3-1. Down up, check checkpoint and report. Out.
Top of that range. Anvil 3-3. Copy. Incoming! They got it zeroed in!
All Admiral elements, this is Super 1-1. Orbiting above you now. Patching in the UAV feed.
Patching in Mav feed! Mav is mobile!
Anvil 3-1, that rocket battery is your primary target. Cass is on station.
Roger, Anvil Actual. Standing by for gun run.
What's that talking be, huh?
Okay, Miller. Lace the target.
Handle 3-1, we mark your spot. Count inbound in 5 seconds. Stand by. Bingo and egressing out. Over.
Roger that, 3-1. We'll advise Ultra 3-4 and Source Alternate for immediate re-attack. Break. Anvil Actual might have to pick up the ball on this and adjust to attack the BDM position. Out. All Anvil Victors, commencing charge. On 3, 2, 1, mark.
All right, we're actually going to be able to go full throttle now. It looks like we were able to get that battery out of there. They're kind of shooting some type of missiles at us. All right, we actually got an Amtrak for mainly just infantry actually right in front of us. As you guys can see, they are launching, I'm guessing probably RPGs or some kind of TOW missiles possibly. I'm going to kind of lump up here maybe behind this Amtrak so it can try to take some of the incoming hits though, just so we aren't getting hit by them as much. Try to blow this tower up, see if we can get that guy out of there. As you guys can see, that tower is no longer a problem, but we do have a guy possibly on the other side of our Abrams tank here, though. Got a tower in the back. We're obviously going to take care of that as quickly as possible. Infantry behind this truck here. No longer an issue. 2 infantry also right on the side there. Looking all right to the right so far. Don't see anything too sketchy just yet. Couple of cars over there. Guy with an RPG. Got some kind of armored vehicle that's actually been taken care of. If we can switch over to our thermals here, this might help us a little bit for trying to locate these guys as they kind of blend into the background just a little bit. That way we can also prioritize some of the guys with like RPGs and all that good stuff. Alright, I'm not seeing anything just yet. Still got that infantry guy all the way over here though. I think these are enemies, but our tank kind of drove right by them as if they were nothing, so possible those actually might be friendlies that we're shooting at. Fortunately, the game isn't really highlighting them, so I wasn't really positive if they were enemies or friendlies, actually. Alright, got a couple of those guys down. That guy's got an RPG. We'll take care of him as quick as we can, though. Of course, we have to use a main tank shell to kill that infantry guy. It would be such a disservice not to do something like that. All right, so we're actually going to be moving over to the highway here. I'm guessing maybe there might be some civilians. Obviously, we've also seen many scenes from desert movies that kind of showcase the highways that unfortunately have vehicles that are on fire, destroyed. We'll see if that's the case as we move a little farther inward. Just dodged that, pulled a Neo right there. We don't have a line of sight just yet. Alright, so looks like they're going to be coming right over the hill here. Try to get a nice shot maybe on that turret. Though in Battlefield 3, obviously, there's not really any way to disable the turrets or anything. Oops, we're actually getting shot on the side. We are definitely not in a good spot right now, as you guys can tell. Got a shot on top of that tank. Got one tank down. Still got a couple more over on the side there. Obviously, most of them are pretty well concealed, so I might try to push up with our other Abrams tank more towards the highway, because obviously most of our tanks have moved up that direction. See if we can boost our way over here, try to help out our buddy here on the highway. I don't want him getting killed. Alright, so that might have been a little behind. I was behind as well. These BTRs are actually moving quite fast. So we got one. Still got our Abrams that are engaging that other guy that's running away at the moment. I think we had a good shot there right on the rear of the tank. Alright, so we're going to go rally up with our squad mates for the most part. As you guys can see, it looks like we got about 2 or 3. I guess there's several more on the right-hand side. So we got a small little squad here of Abram tanks for the most part. Alright, and as we can see, these tanks are actually retreating. We'll shoot them basically in the rear, which should do maximum damage. Hit the turret on that one. Unfortunately, not a kill shot just yet. Then we got this tank way out here. I'm going to guess probably around about there should be a hit. I think we're actually just hitting the top of the turret, which unfortunately is not enough to kill it. Alright, so again, we're going to double time it over to our next objective. Like I said before, we still got quite a bit of Abram tanks. Obviously, we got some air support, looks like, heading directly over to the airfield. Trying to get rid of those transport vehicles as quickly as we can, though. Obviously, they're probably carrying infantry, if not, probably weapons. Now we got tanks, obviously. We'll definitely focus them more than the infantry. Another hit, it's on fire. Could be the kill shot right there on the side. Obviously, we got one more tank. Try to hit it in the rear. That guy's down as well. And as we hit these vehicles now, they should pretty much explode, killing the infantry around them. Tank might have spun out there just a little bit. He's on fire at the moment. Feel like we're hitting this guy. He's just not dying, is he? Driving in circles at the moment. There, that should be the kill shot on him.
Alright, let's switch to go-act. Engage the infantry. Fire in the gut. Keep on moving. Cease fire! Cease fire! 3-3, roger. Level 6-6, 3-4. Engaged and destroyed. Multiple
Alright, so at the moment we gotta continue to stay alert, obviously. May have some more tanks come out, could have infantry transports. At the moment, we really don't know what could really come out of this desert. All we do know is that our Viper, unfortunately, was taking some stinger or some kind of fire that made it require flares to be utilized, though.
Better done than me now. M66, 3-4, we're at checkpoint going right now.
Roger, continue with mission. Out.
All right. Stay focused. Look at this shit. Why are we cutting across the desert? It's crazy. Can we told us not to? M66,
Roger, 3-4. You are clear to alter. Report set. Out.
something up ahead. What is it? I need a visual on that, Miller. Get up there, check it out. Fuck is that guy doing? Looks like someone from hatchet outfit. Is that transport? Engineers. You can tell that guy there's a war going on.
PLR ambushed us, shot us to shit before we were ready. I just need someone to get to the trigger and detonate it. Somebody's got to get out there, but it ain't gonna be me.
Well, don't worry. I'll be more than happy to run up there real quick. As long as I got my tank buddies here, we should all be alright. As you guys can see, this Amtrak unfortunately didn't quite make it. Get a couple of rounds into that guy real quick. And I think we're actually pretty much here. Let's interact with this object real quick and detonate this here in just a couple of moments. We're on our way back right now. Obviously, in just a moment, we'll be detonating. I kind of ran in front of that Abrams, so I'm glad he didn't shoot me with that high-caliber machine gun, though. Alrighty. Jump on this 50 cal real quick. Took a little bit of shots there, but nothing too bad. Just a flesh wound, you know. We'll be alright. Now we gotta pull out the big boy gun. Start shooting these dudes. Got one guy on the right here. Obviously, we can pretty much destroy the cover as they're kind of hiding behind it, which will be really nice. Got another RPG coming right at us. A couple more guys kind of hiding behind these barricades. I think we got a headshot actually on that guy. We'll kill that dude real quick before he shoots us. Alright, so another RPG came flying over. Looks like some guys pretty much over to our right. Try to get some suppressing fire on these guys. Looks like a guy back in the distance back there just a little bit. Not too far, but I think as we get a little closer, we'll have a little bit better line of sight, because at the moment, don't quite see anything just yet. I think we got both of those guys off of the rooftop as well. Obviously, we got a van here. I'm going to kill that real quick. Construction zone obviously has a guy somewhere in there. See if we can shoot kind of through that wall real quick and maybe possibly hit somebody. If not, there's a propane tank, which does not appear to be exploding. Couple of guys inside of this building right here. I think we only really left one, maybe two left, so nothing too crazy. And there's our bridge, which obviously we want to try to take care of as much of that as we can.
Friendly down! Friendly tank is hit! Catastrophic!
Roger that, Amble 33, stop on an overpass. All elements to Sample 6-6, emergency stop. For further orders.
Watch out for more BBLETs, Miller!
This is definitely not a great spot for us to be sitting, though. We are incredibly exposed by the bridge. We obviously got a road to our right. Several infantry are on the bridge currently. We got a car pushing right towards us. Luckily, with our high caliber machine gun, we don't have to worry too much about that. We can kind of just hit it a few times. Though I'd make the argument, though, as much as we're shooting the engine should probably turn off well before that point. Got another vehicle over to our right. Pretty much shooting the engine block right now, but he's pretty much taken care of. And then obviously you got one more behind. We'll wait for him to get a little closer so that we have a line of sight over this hill. A couple of infantry on the bridge. Nothing too bad there.
Okay, target down! Cease fire! Cease fire! Alright, Miller. Advance! Amble 6-6 and Amble 3-4. Engage and destroy B-Band troops.
All Amble elements, stand by for mission reorientation. Wait out.
I wonder what's going on.